Okay. I know I put on the title that I was going to talk about Johnny. I feel like every time that I do an Amber video and that video, and especially that one that I did with her and Elon Musk, I got like 8 views and like a bunch of just weird stuff from YouTube asking me to like referred of not saying certain things or whatever. And I'm like, well, how come I made videos on Manson and I said all these bad words and I say whatever I want and I never get a notice? But the one time they made a video on Elon Musk, I get a notice from YouTube, and that video only has like 10 views, which is okay. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, like, how weird is it that I can sit here and talk about Manson and talk about assault and sex and bondage and drugs and all that stuff, and nothing happens. But the one time that I make a video on Amber and Elon, then so so I can't. I mean, I'm not saying I'm don't want to do videos on them, but it's like I think Manson is the main my main focus right now. But because it's related, it's super related. And also, if they don't want me to talk about Elon, then the more I'm going to talk about Elon because that's the person I am. I'm gonna do it anyway. So yesterday, I think this it was kind of all over, but the Daily Mail site just it posts so much, BS back in the day. So every time I get a little notification, Daily Mail, I'm like, oh, I close it because a lot of the times, like 90% of the times, it's a bunch of stuff that I don't want to read. It's going to make me puke. And it's either against Johnny or against Manson. But sometimes they hit it right. And sometimes they're honest about it. It's not about being against Amber or against Johnny. It's more like just, the truth. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a journalist or you have a website that is supposed to just give people the news. So on this one that happened yesterday, I don't know if this happened yesterday, but I read about it yesterday. So maybe it happened before and I'm kind of like slow. The problem right now is they admitted they wrote the op-ed for her, for Washington Post. They pretty much 100%, 99% sure that they did, and she didn't. The problem with this is that I was thinking about, what about, I mean, I don't want to be negative or anything, but what about if she's using that and goes, well, I didn't write it. They, I know, we know Amber and she's capable of doing some weird stuff like that. So it seems obvious now that she didn't write it. Okay. I always thought that she didn't, but I thought maybe she had a little bit of help. No, it seems like she had the whole help, the whole place. So this one new one said they came out today. Exclusive Johnny Depp legal battle against the ACLU heats up as emails reveal nonprofit staff wrote. The nonprofit workers that work there, the staff, wrote Amber's her explosive domestic violence op-ed at the center of this $50 million defamation suit. So this is what is, it's fucked up. This is what started the whole thing. So the whole thing was started on the base of the roots of something that she didn't actually wrote. But we know that she lied. She faked the bruise. She went to the court and talked to and called TMZ and had the pictures of her leaving the court with a fake bruise. So she's not innocent. She is this whole thing is fabricated and it's horrible, and it's fabricated by her and her family, her sister, her friends, everybody. But how strange is that the one piece that kind of like hit everything up to the sky was this thing, and she didn't write it. It's not even her words. Yeah, I didn't sound like she wrote it, but at the time I didn't want to. At the time I believed her. Like I said, I hate to say it, but at the time I believe Amber because I believe what they wanted me to believe it, and I sucked it up like it was freaking chocolate ice cream. I was like, oh yeah, okay, ooh. I already told the story. I believe her. I never believed her she would. I never believed the Manson accusations, but I did believe Amber for like a few months, and then somebody sent me the copy of the TMZ video that he's in the kitchen, but the real video, and I was like, what? Like she's totally framing him, and then I thought I catch with the program, but it took me a little bit. It did. So pretty much this is what it says, right? Oh, I have an Evan Richard Wood stuff open on my tabs at the same time. I am going to talk about her as well because there's something about her isolation and her being in theater and doing Romeo and Juliet with her dad in North Carolina at the same time that she's saying she was isolated in 2009. But it makes no sense. So I'm going to go with that after. Because with the Manson thing, I keep finding things like every day. With Johnny, we don't find new things every day, but this is like the fact that the judge in Virginia is already mad at her for not giving the documents that she was asked 6 times to produce documents, something, give them something, anything, and she's not doing that. Not only that, but also her team wants the whole thing dismissed. And they want to do something like they want to adopt what was ruled somewhere else. And in the UK, they want to adopt the ruling and move it to Virginia and dismiss. Nobody has to go to court. But what happens? What happens if that happens? Well, what happens? Everybody's going to think that Johnny is a wife beater because now it's going to be not only the UK ruling, but it's going to be the Virginia ruling. With all over the states, people are not so sure that he's not. You know what I mean? Like now here on YouTube, people we know that he's not these things that he's accused to be. And out there in the world, and some people, it depends on ages, but you have people way older than me, and they believe her. They do. So if they adopt the ruling from the UK to Virginia because they don't want to deal with it because of money, because of staff, they just don't want to deal with it, then he's so screwed, and it's going to be really sad if for the rest of his life that's the ruling. But I don't think the judge is going to go for that. But Amber's team asked for the whole thing to be dismissed, and they said it was going to be a waste of money and in court's time, and because of COVID, they said something like, we're trying to be, we're trying to be mindful of the court and the lack of staff. Is true. Like court right here too as well. Like they laid off a bunch of people lost their jobs because of COVID. We know that. But the fact that Amber's team is trying to use that as an excuse to just not go to Virginia and adopt the UK ruling is sad. It's pretty evil. It's pretty bad. Okay, so they found this out because they found these emails, right? Oh my God, it's my computer. Emails obtained by Daily Mail I am pretty sure that this is like 99% true. Suggest Amber Heard 35 had minimal input. They don't tell you the amount that she wrote, but minimal, I'm sure that is minimal. For them to just use the word minimal is because it has to be minimal. Seriously. Hold on, I have to just look at this for a second. Oh. There's something pop out in my phone. That's my son saying good night. Good night. Yeah, I'm not going to not say good night to my son because of Amber Heard. So I'm going to. But we text. He doesn't talk on the phone. He's a teenager. I say good night, dude. All right. Okay. You saw me smile there. I never really, I'm not like a dark, that's just because I know that she did not use those words. No, I really thought she did. I believe her. This is shameful.